So now we're going to show you how to use WordPress.
Part 2 dogs. So my name is Will.
I'm Nick.
My boy dog here named Nick. We're going to show you how to use WordPress. Cyberstar style, bitches.
So WordPress is this platform that we use for pretty much every site that we have. Client sites, our sites.
And whenever you're working on a new project or we're working with a client, you're going to see this page all the time. So you're also going to be given the admin, you're going to be given the password and the username, and then you log in and we start doing work.
Yeah, so this is our website right now, and it runs on WordPress in the back end. So what that means is that you're not going to see, like, you won't know if a site's WordPress by looking at it, but what you can do is you can do /wp-admin.
For all the pages, for all the projects we're doing, if you don't see this login screen, make sure you just go up to the browser and put in /w-login, and then you'll see this.
That's all you have to do.
That's all you have to do.
And then, actually, so that's how you get to the login page. But we also, on Google Drive, Mike should share with you a Cyberspark folder.
Yeah, so it says client web login info, so make sure to click that. We're not going to click that now because it will show everyone's password and then we got to delete everything.
So we'll show this. So what you can see here, so you go to client web login or our login, depending on what you're doing. And then you can actually just click on here and then click this, and it will bring you to the information for that client.
There's going to be an FTP and a WordPress thing. For now, just go with the WP, which is WordPress. FTP we will show later.
Yeah, so WordPress, and it'll just give you the login information. So let's imagine that we just took the login information, we put it in here. We'll go ahead and click login, and then you'll see all of this. So
right now, you don't have to worry about dashboard. You're never going to use it. It's just going to be there. You're never going to really touch anything on there.
Yeah. So the first concept is posts. So WordPress was developed actually mostly as a blogging platform.
Right.
So you can think of posts as blog posts. So if you click add new, you'll be able to put the title, all your content goes in here. You can select categories, tags, featured images. If we have another post that we want to change the content of, we can go here, for example. You see that we have a picture and all the text in here.
Yep.
Category selected.
And let's make a change right now and show them the preview changes. So before you, let's make a change on that website. Let's put hi, and before you even, let's check out the hi, the things we edited. It said hi, highlight that. Yeah, see? So when you make a change and you want to see what type of changes you made to the website before you push it or update it, you can press
before you want it to go live.
Before you want it to go live, you first edit it, and then you click on this preview change button on top. It's not going to update it for you. It's going to just show you what it looks like before you update it. And if you're satisfied with what you like and you see no problem with it, then you can go press on update.
And then it tells you what happens. Awesome.
Quick quiz for everybody who's looking at this page. Look at the picture and tell me what is wrong with that picture. If anyone can guess it right, they'll get points.
Hint, it's Will.
Dude, don't show it. Don't show it, man. Why you gotta do that?
And then over here, we have some custom things that you probably won't see on a lot of client sites. But we have portfolio and jobs, which work just like posts. Media you won't need to go to very often, just because there's easier ways.
It's a very simple, I think it's just very straightforward. You just basically put pictures in it, and then you get to select the picture. So let's add in a picture. Let's go to add new. You
can actually drag and drop.
Or you can even drag and drop.
So if we have our team picture, you can drag it and drop it. And
voila.
It uploads for us.
Or you can just press add new. Either way, pretty straightforward.
And
Isn't that complicated?
There's our beautiful picture.
Also, it has the, as you can see, the URL. This part will come in handy when you have to use the HTML tag img source. It will be helpful to use that. Keep that in mind. Anyway, let's go.
Links, you can pretty much forget.
Yeah, we're not going to use it. Forget that part.
I don't think I've ever used it.
I never used it too.
Pages. So pages and posts are the most important. they're pretty much the same as far as how you use them, but pages are specific like locations that can contain posts.
With the pages, you get to, there's an About Us page, there's a portfolio page, there's a blog page, there's a contact page. It just keeps things simple and understandable. And
this is versus a post. So here's some posts. So you can click on the post and then read more about it. But a page contains
the whole part.
So you notice that you can edit this page, right? But that won't actually have the content in it. It's actually running on a template, so we can explain that later.
But pages and posts are different, just to keep in mind. Posts is what you can put on your blog, but pages is like whenever you click on the link, it shows that page.
Yep.
Just that whole
comments.
page.
Super simple, mostly spam.
Probably, yeah.
Appearance. This is one that Will messed up on quite a few times.
Dang it.
But firstly, we'll mention that these are themes. So with a lot of our projects, we do WordPress custom themes. So you'll need to find whatever the theme is called and activate it. You can pretty much forget customize. So this is a page that you might run into, especially with client work. It basically has sidebars for the theme, and you'll have these little widgets that you can drag and drop over here. Really simple. You can click on them for more information, some of more options. Just save it, and it'll save to the site. Menus is something that we're going to start using a lot more, but it's really simple. Usually it's navigation bars, so this stuff up here is all a menu.
It's in your header file.
Yep. And then
this is the part where things can get really tricky if you don't know what you're doing. This is where actually the life of the code, the life of the website is.
So stay out of here.
Stay out of here. We're going to teach you how to use FileZilla, which is
FTP and all that stuff.
FTP is also known as Files Transfer Protocol. But please don't use this editor appearance site, because if you screw up, the whole website is going to get screwed up as well.
You won't be able to access this code, and therefore you've locked yourself out.
You locked yourself out, and then someone's going to fire you.
Yeah, so yeah. Plugins, try to stay away from this as much as possible and write your own code. Just because plugins are usually bulky and have a lot of code that you're not going to use.
Sometimes the plugins, the ones you want, don't work.
Versions.
And because WordPress, there's always new versions coming up. There's outdates, and that's all.
Yeah. Users, you can probably forget about. Settings, pretty basic. Permalinks is important. If you're wondering why a page or something isn't showing up, you might need to check your permalinks to make sure that the URL structure's working.
Let's create a page that is of course it's private. But here, let's create a page. Let's call it a testing page. Here we're going to create a new page, but this page isn't going to be seen by the public. So go over to Publish and press on to, or Save Draft and put Visibility. Add that, and you can put it as private or password protected. Private meaning only you can see it. And Publish,
if you're logged in.
If you're logged in, and Publish is when you want that page to be published, what specific date, and you can give it a date and a time. So for the sake of this video, we'll teach you what a page is and how it looks like. Right now we created a page with a name called Testing, and we added a description in it called A Cool Test. So let's preview it and see what it looks like. Voila. And then if you're really good, you can add in your favorite HTML or CSS code into there, but we don't recommend you do that. Instead, we're going to teach you about FileZilla and stuff like that.
Yeah, and you'll actually, a lot of the times you'll make a HTML and stuff outside of WordPress, and then you'll be able to use a template, so for a different page, right? So on the contact page, we have a specific template with code already set up, so you don't even have to put anything in here.
You don't have to start everything from scratch. We got you.
Yeah, we got you.
We got you, dog. We'll get in it.
But yeah, and then sidebars. Sometimes themes will have the possibility to do a sidebar and add that to a page, and that will show up over here. Featured images we'll use a lot, so know where that is. You can only set one, but you just click on it and then click set featured image.
Yep.
And there you go. Need to change it, delete it.
Can you actually set that and see what it looks like on the page?
It won't.
Yeah.
I've set it up so that it won't do it on this page.
Okay.
But yeah. Because if you had a blog post, for example, and you set a featured image, it would show up right here. So.
Anyways, now we'll teach you. Oh, I was gonna teach you how to delete something.
Yeah, well, we just did. Obviously, this is just the interface, though. There's PHP, which is a type of code which WordPress runs in, which we'll probably go into more in depth in another video. But that's just kind of the basics of the WordPress interface.
So when you look at this, don't get overwhelmed like, wow, there's a lot of stuff on WordPress I have to know. Don't worry about that. You can treat this page as like it's a Word document kind of thing. If you're used to Word document or some other Word text editor, you can treat this like one of those. Pretty straightforward. You have the center thing, align center, align left, align right. And when you make these changes too, like the text or the picture, WordPress will also translate that into code, which you could go into text. And text is another way of saying this is what it will look like, and these are the codes on how it will look like.
Yep. That's WordPress for you.
WordPress.